it's cold out there. I don't know where you guys are, but it's cold outside here in Pennsylvania. All right, let me get us into our notes today. For all of you who are watching over on Facebook and YouTube, we are here today on Niknax.net. That is Niknax.net. This is where we are today, and this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Niknax.net. For those of you who don't know, I'm the crazy lamp lady, Jocelyn, and I own Niknax. It's an e-commerce marketplace with buy it now listings, live selling, and multi-day auctions. We have over 50,000 members, over 5,000 sellers, and over 117,000 listings. And we would love to have you come on over and be a part of our community. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Might not be your thing, but it could be. And you won't know until you come on over here and join us. So come on over. Check it out. Am I a little choppy? Am I choppy? Also, it's really hot in here. I wonder I might have to go check the thermostat. It's freaking hot in here. I don't know if it's just because I left my phone out in my car and I had to like run out and grab it because I'm like, oh no, where's my phone? And then I was like, I have coffee chat. And then I had to run out and the video is jumpy. Should I refresh? One. All right, this is everyone's reminder to update, make sure that your app is updated. Am I still choppy? I'm worse? Nuh-uh. Don't even say that. I'm worse? I'm trying to think what it is. All right, give me one second. It's better now? It's getting better? Right, give me one. Oh. Okay, all right. Let's try that and see if that works. Is that better? We'll get it right. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's just about troubleshooting. This is better? Okay, I just took it off Wi-Fi. So good call on that. We're better? Okay, now we're just on my my cell network. Okay, we're good. We are good. All right. All right, let me see. It looks like we're still casting, which is crazy. Thank you very much from South Africa. I appreciate that. Looks like we're still casting. That's wild. Usually we get cut off when we do all that. It's out of sync. Hi, thank you so much. You're so sweet. You guys are so sweet. You guys should subscribe so that in 2 years you can comment again and tell me how beautiful I am. I'd really appreciate that. Okay, here we go. All right, so perfect. All right, so now if you're over on YouTube, you will have had to have been subscribed for 2 years in order to comment. That's just how it works. So all the more reason to come on over here and join us. So if you're over on Facebook or YouTube, today we are talking about Niknax.net. and we would love to have you guys come over and join us. The truth is, this is actually a voiceover. I had to film this ahead of time, and so now I'm dubbing it, and so it might not look like I'm actually talking, but I actually had to go back and re-voice over it. So we're just gonna go through this and make it work. Okay. So let me get our notes up. Sorry if I don't answer any questions, but this isn't actually in real time. All right, here we go. Hopefully my voice catches up to my face. Alrighty. Okay. It's just one of those mornings. I have to go check. Give me 1 sec. I have to go check the thermostat. It is so hot in here, and you know I'm wearing a tank top, and I don't feel like taking my sweatshirt off because then we'll get those guys coming over from YouTube. Just give me 1 sec. It's hot in here. All right. Here we go. Let's try this again. We're gonna start. Okay. Redo. Let's start coffee chat. Everybody who's over there on Facebook or YouTube, come and join us here on Niknax.net. That is what we were talking about today. It's Niknax.net. I feel like I gave you guys more than enough time to come over and join us. So we've got notes. We're going to talk about Niknax. We're going to talk about all of our milestones, what's happening, our upcoming events, and all the great things that are happening on Niknax. All right. So let me scroll up. Christina just sent our notes. Looks like we got a lot to get through today. Okay, so I've got great news. We are currently at 50,818 members. Isn't that fantastic? So that is 432 new members since last week. That's fantastic. 432 new members. So confetti, yay! Welcome to all of our new members. Thank you for being here. I want to encourage you to go over to our community tab, introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you, what you collect. We would love to get to know you. So that's what the community chat channel is for. Feel free to browse through some of our other chat channels. Check out the guidelines, check out all of the other chat channels that are available to you. I see you were you were approved as a new seller. That's fantastic. If you're a new seller, you can also see some new chat channels, which is also exciting. As a matter of fact, we have 50 new sellers. So welcome to all of our new sellers. It's great to have you here. If your application has been waiting to be approved, I told you guys this last week. I will tell you again. Send me a DM because that makes me take a closer look. We currently have over 1,300 applications pending. I made a post on Facebook yesterday about an application I received just as a joke, and I had a lot of people commenting that they haven't been approved yet and they're giving up. And I'm like, well, did you give me all the correct information, first of all? Have you followed up? Have you let me know? I mean, there's different steps that you can take to just remind me, like, hey, I'm really serious about this. I would love to be a seller on Niknax. Can you take a look at my application? It's been pending a while, and I'll go look at it. So there are steps you can take instead of just saying I'm giving up. And that also shows me that you're serious about this. You really want this, and those are the types of sellers that I want. So send me a DM if you've put in an application, you haven't heard back, and I'll take a closer look at your application. We currently have 119,000 listings. I know maybe their museum works. That's great. So we currently have 119,000 listings. So I would encourage you, if you're new here, to go check out some of our Buy It Now listings. You can do a search on those. We have some really fantastic stuff here on Niknax. It's a lot of you have found your way here through me. You know, guys, I kind of specialize in glass and pottery. That's what I'm drawn to. But Niknax is so much more than just glass and pottery and trinkets. You know, we have clothing, we have handmade, we have cosmetics now, we have snacks, we have so many jewelry, we have so many great things here on Niknax. And so I would encourage you to use that search bar, search for maybe something you're looking for, and hopefully you are able to find it. So to get started, happy Veterans Day, everybody. Today is Veterans Day. And Remembrance Day in the UK, Australia, and Canada. So, so anyone in the chat who has served, please give us a show of hands. We want to just let you know that we appreciate all of you who have served our country, their country. We appreciate all of you who have served. You know, it's an important day to remember all of our veterans, ex-military. I see you guys there in the chat. Thank you very much for serving our country. We appreciate all of you very, very much. There we are. So throw up some confetti. Make sure you guys support those sellers that you see there. And there you have it. Today is, we're going to go from that. We're going to go to Origami Day. That's kind of, I don't really have a transition there. I mean, sometimes I can transition, but there was really no transition there. We're going to go straight to Origami Day. So fun facts. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I see. This is where we're going. Fun facts, space technology. NASA is researching origami-based designs for ultra-efficient solar panels and space equipment that would be both compact for launch and resistant to long journeys. That's a whole lot of information about origami. I could keep going. Listen, when I remember making little cranes back in elementary school, and that was always fun. You know who's really good at origami is Peter. Peter's really good at origami. Yes. Oh, wait. 2 years. I don't get it. What? Huh? 2 years to chat with you. Well, yeah, it's to weed out the weirdos. You just have to be subscribed for 2 years. That's all. Is that a super chat? That's why I kind of looked at it weird, because it came through on Niknax, and I'm like, is that a super chat? Is that what that is? I have to go over to YouTube. That's why I paused, because I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, come on over to Niknax. That's niknax.net. I don't even have YouTube pulled up. It came through as YouTube, and it was like something weird, and I'm like, wait a second. But we'd love to have you come on over here to Niknax and hang out with us. And if that's what that was, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. That confused me. I was like, wait a second. Oh, last but not least, today is National Ice Cream Sundae Day. So go ahead and make some ice cream sundaes. There's some really, I was just thinking, I was like, oh, I bet we have some really cool ice cream sundae dishes here on Niknax. And sure enough, that's what Christina said next. She's like, go check the marketplace for some ice cream sundaes. So let's see. Ice cream sundae. The question is everybody spelling it with an E or an A, or an E or a Y? They're probably spelling it with an A, I would hope. But are they spelling it with an E or a Y? All right, let me turn you guys around. Here we go. Check that out. Sundae glasses. You know what I think of when I think of ice cream sundaes are the boats, right? Oh, just search ice cream. Okay, good idea. ice cream. Oh, that's kind of fun. I like that. Yeah, I think of the boats, like the banana split boats. That's what I think of when I think of ice cream sundaes. I mean, I feel like that's really the only way to have it if you're going to do it, right? You got to do it right. You got to have the boats where you like you cut the banana in half and then you have the banana on both sides and then the chocolate fudge, right? That's how I used to eat them when I was a kid. It is live. Yes, it definitely is live. We're live right now. I was just joking. Am I caught up? Is my voice caught up with my face, or am I still not there yet? You're good? Okay, cool. All right, great. We're just in time for the notes. So please remember to hold your questions till the end. Otherwise, I will get distracted. I seem to be extra distracted today. So please I feel like I'm excited for my trip tomorrow. I'm like extra distractible. That's not a word. But save your questions till the end. Write them down if you need to, and then we will circle back and get to your questions at the end. It is a word? Oh, okay, great. Ultra distractible. More than normal. All right, so let's talk about Niknax. Let's get serious now, all right? Okay, updates. Nothing to report this week. So that's it. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Just kidding. Lots of fun stuff happening on the back end. Remember to always keep your device updated. When my phone was acting up a little bit, that's what I did. I went straight to see if I had an update, and of course I did. Updated it. That didn't fix it. What did fix it was going off of Wi-Fi. And that's a reminder to everybody, if you're ever having issues like that, immediately you should go to just troubleshooting, switching things up, seeing what works, what doesn't work. So first thing I did was go see if there was an update. There was. Obviously that didn't work. Next thing was, let's take it off Wi-Fi and see if that works. But there's different things that you can do before you reach out, to support. Before you panic. You don't really need to panic. You can always hit the refresh button. That was probably going to be my next step, is to go up. If you're live and you hit the X, you can refresh. So there's different things you can do as a seller if you're live and you're having issues, but don't panic. Yeah, I mean, there's stuff that you can do to hopefully get it worked out. And if you can't, you can always reach out to support. But yes, make sure that you are updated. The last update was 3 days ago. Obviously, my phone did not figure that out in 3 days. The latest version is 3.2.2. There were bug improvements made. So if your phone had bugs, they were improved on. And now you should be all set. If you are not sure if you are updated, simply visit your app store. If it tells you that district is, you can open it, then you're updated. If it says update, then you are not updated. That's the rule of thumb there. Currently, it is quarter 4. For anyone who did not know that, it is quarter 4 and it is go time. So the time of the year when people shop for the holidays. So we're seeing an increase in sales. I would encourage everybody to be listing buy it nows, multi-day auctions. We are seeing bidding on multi-day auctions, which is fantastic. Going live, being consistent with going live, being consistent with listing buy it nows. I talked about this last week. If you are live selling, one of the things that you could be doing, as you're showing items, is suggesting like, this would make a great gift for. So like, think about it beforehand, before you're having your sale. Like, oh my gosh, I have this thing here. This would make a great gift for, and prepare yourself for the sale. And, I've got this mug. This would make a great gift for your dad, or, stuff like that. And be thinking that through as you're preparing for your sales. Last week I challenged myself to go live every single day. And I think that was fantastic. I enjoyed it so much. I had wanted to do it yesterday, but I had to get ready for my trip tomorrow. So I'm going live today, this afternoon. And then when I get back, I'm going to do it again. It was just a lot of fun. And I think it was awesome to just commit and be like, all right, I'm going to do this every single day. And it didn't have to be a long sale. I just got on, I sold a couple things. I got to hang out, and it was great, and it was just a week. And if you commit like, oh, I'm going to do 3 days, I'm going to go live every single day at this time, and I'm going to sell 5 items. I mean, you could do that. For some people, it's I'm going to go live every week at this time. I'm going to sell 10 items. But think about that, especially during this time of year when there's a lot of people coming through Niknax, a lot of people shopping. You can be doing things like that. Small lives are yes, they're less stressful. And in my mind, I think of, when I have a 2 or 3 hour sale, not everybody can block off 2 hours of their time to sit there and watch me sell stuff. I know a lot of people they like to be there, they like to hang out, but that's a really long time to commit to oh, I'm going to hang out in one of Jocelyn's sales. But if it's 30 minutes, it's like, all right, yeah, I can hang out for 30 minutes. I can join in the chat. And I think it's fantastic. So, for the people that follow you as a seller, it's a great opportunity for you to connect with your audience. All right. Be consistent. Get creative. This holiday season is a perfect for fun show ideas. Evaluate your listing prices and your starting bids. We talked about this last week. I've been going through a lot of my old listings and reevaluating my starting prices. As you guys know, values, they fluctuate. We think about Hummels, for instance. There was a time when Hummels were worth a ton of money, and there's an average now, or they're not worth what they were. Same with Carnival glass. We see things come and go, and what I would have charged 10 years ago for Carnival glass, I don't charge now. So it's important to revisit your old listings, especially if they're a year old, 2 years old, and be updating older things and see what happens. You sold 3 things by doing that. That's fantastic. Especially here on Niknax, what I would suggest doing if you are revisiting old items and repricing them is to duplicate them when you're doing that, because then it pushes it to the front of your store. So if you're going back through your old listings here on Niknax, duplicate it, reprice it, make sure you delete the original listing, because then you'll have it listed twice. So you do want to make sure you delete the original listing, but when you duplicate it, it refreshes it in your store. And so the old listing is deleted. It's no longer at the end of your store. It's back at the front, and it's repriced. So it gets that attention again. So that's important to remember. So keep that in mind. Also, if you have people watching, the first thing I would definitely do is send an offer. You can always send an offer to watchers before you do that. So if you have people watching and you want to send them an offer, you can do that before you even go through the process of repricing it. Be like, hey, does anyone want this for this price? And if you don't get any responses, I don't think that's how the offer process works, but you know what I'm saying. You can offer it at a certain price. If you don't get any bites, then reprice it and see what happens. I've definitely had too much coffee today. So let's see what else we got. Be sharing on social media. I got a message from Petite Vintage Co. yesterday, one of the AI reels, which I think are. I've got real mixed feelings about AI. I'm not gonna lie. For the longest time, I was like, I can't stand AI, but you know what? You just got to embrace it. It's here. There's no changing that, and you got to learn how to use it to your advantage. Otherwise, you're gonna fall behind. And that's just how it is. It was the same with live sales. It was like I'm not gonna live sale. That's annoying, but inevitably you just got to adapt and you got to roll with it. Otherwise you're going to get left behind. Right. And so that's what I did. I was like, all right, I'm going to do live selling. And I think I feel the same way with AI. It's like I can only resist it so long before you kind of have to just embrace it, figure it out, and use it to your advantage. And so that's where we are. And so I think they're turning out pretty cool. I think the AI reels are turning out pretty cool. And I appreciate all of you who are posting the AI to promote Niknax. I know it's what people used to say about the internet. Yeah. It's what antique dealers used to say about eBay. I mean, think about that. I know, yeah, Claudine as well. Absolutely, Claudine as well. I mean, it's what people used to say about eBay. When eBay first came out, all the antique dealers were like, oh no, this is going to ruin the antique market. And it kind of did in a way. You know, it's like they could no longer just make up a price and a show and be like, well, this is what it's worth. Like now there was eBay, you know, and so it just changed the market, and it's going to be the same. It's the same with AI, you know, it's changing everything. It's a little bit scary as a content creator because now you could just be like, hey, show me a reseller shopping in Goodwill and finding cool stuff for pennies on the dollar and flipping it for a profit. And then boom, you got a video. AI's created a video. And it's like, well, shoot, you don't even need me going to Goodwill anymore. AI just created a crazy lamp lady, you know? There it is. There's my job. Crazy. Anyway, enough about that. I could go on and on about that. Please remember to spread the word about Niknax. You know, it's been really cool as I'm going through applications, Niknax applications. I'm seeing a lot of one of the questions on the applications. Granted, if you applied to Niknax like more than 6 months ago, it was a really simple application. I think you had 2 questions. But in the last 6 months, I've updated the application. We have a new list of questions. And one of the questions is, how did you hear about Niknax? And I'm seeing people answer that question like, oh, I heard about it from one of my clients, or I heard about it from somebody I work with, or I heard about it from, like, I'm getting all these really cool answers about how did, like, a lot of the time it was like, oh, I heard about it from Crazy Lamp Lady YouTube. Oh, I heard about it from, you know, Crazy Lamp Lady. Oh, I saw it on Crazy Lamp Lady Instagram. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know, like that was usually the answer that I got. But it's so cool to be hearing that people are hearing about it word of mouth, that people are like, it's growing. It's growing. And I think that is so cool. I love that so much. So I think it's great, you know, that everybody is putting out these reels and these social media posts, and talking to people about Niknax. I just think that's amazing. And so keep up the good work. I mean, these are just sellers who are applying to be sellers. That's not talking about, you know, people who are just coming over as members and joining. I mean, they're not filling out an application, they're just joining. So that's not even talking about people who are just coming over and joining as members. That's just people who are applying to sell, that are hearing about it from all of you. So I just think that's amazing. What else do we have here? Remember that you can do some of your holiday shopping right here on Niknax. Back during COVID, before Niknax existed, I did an entire video buying quarantine gifts for my family. I shopped Etsy and eBay and bought something for every member of my family, just because I couldn't go out and shop. And so I just thought it would be fun to buy these like wacky quarantine gifts for my family. So, you know, taking that into perspective, you can do the same thing now, and nobody has to be under quarantine. You can just buy gifts for your family from Niknax. Think about that for the holiday season. I think that would be a great idea. And I know some of you have been doing that, and some of you were doing it last year and into this year. And I know that our sellers really appreciate your support. And we have a great variety. You know, I've been talking about that a lot lately, about how Niknax is growing in all these amazing directions, growing into different categories, and it's just been really cool to see. Let's see. Okay, selling handmade skincare. We're talking like soaps. You will need to go through district. I don't like soaps and lotions, anything like that goes on your body. I would refer you to district, because I don't know, like, their policies like supersede Niknax policies. I don't know what their policies would be on that. like I feel like you would have to go through government regulations to make sure that you abide by the government regulations for selling stuff like that. But I don't know. So I'm going to refer anyone with questions like that to district, because obviously they must comply with government health regulations. And there might be specific shipping requirements as well. So I think for questions like that, we're just going to refer to district. Candles as well, homemade candles, because that makes me nervous, because I don't know what goes into making candles, but if somebody's like, I think I'm gonna try to make candles and sell them on Niknax, and then like their first batch of candles ends up like being super flammable and something bad happens, I don't want to be the one that was like, yeah, you can sell candles on Niknax, and then they're on Channel 5 News and something really bad happened. I don't want to be the one that was like, yeah, you can sell those on Niknax. So I'm going to say go ask district is what I'm going to say for things like that. We'll just let district do that one. Oh, can you send me a note about that, Junk Monkey? I would appreciate that. Okay, let's talk about advertising other selling platforms. So as I'm going through applications, obviously I'm looking at your district. We'll just start here in this conversation because it's a much bigger conversation. But as I'm looking through applications, I am seeing that some sellers in their district profile say, hey, I also sell on Etsy, or oh, I also sell on eBay under the same name, or oh, I sell on this marketplace. And if you say that in your district bio, I'm probably not going to push you through to Niknax, because then once you're a Niknax seller, it's going to show up on every single one of your listings. So if I see that on your district profile, I'm probably not going to approve you as a seller for Niknax. I'm probably just going to leave it hanging. So that's probably the first part of that conversation. The second part is I'm going to encourage everybody to take a look at their bios. It is against our guidelines to promote other selling platforms. And one of the issues that I see is that when you post a listing to Niknax, for instance, let's click on this. Just read this real quick. Okay. For instance, here, you guys remember? Chameleon Collectibles has this fantastic paper sign, right? Just click on it. So here you've got their listing, and then right below it you have Meet Your Seller. Now this is Niknax, right? This is their district profile. So if you have a district profile that promotes another selling platform, another marketplace, you are essentially breaking your guidelines, because you have that right here on your listing that is on Niknax. So that is violating guidelines. Even though it's technically a district profile, it's here on your Niknax listing. So we've been a little bit lackadaisical. That's the right word. Lackadaisical about enforcing this, but we're kind of starting to crack down a little bit. So we do want to make sure that if you are a seller here on Niknax, you be looking at your bio and making sure that you are not promoting other marketplaces or other selling sites. Even if you're like, oh, I sell on such and such under the same name, like, I'm not stupid. I mean, maybe you can get away with that on some of the other sites, but like, come on, guys. Like, I get it. You're like, oh, I sell, like, if you're over on whatnot and you're like in your bio, you're like, and I sell on the Bay under the same name. Like, I get that they're not smart enough to figure it out, but this is Niknax, and I'm like, nah. Like, I know what you're saying, okay? So please, if we see it, I'm gonna have to unfortunately start following up on that. Um, so there's that. I have talked to district about possibly having a profile that is exclusive to Niknax. That would be the ideal situation. It would be my solution, and that's what I would prefer. So that way you guys can have that district profile that you want, and you can have that for the rest of district, and you can put whatever you want on that, and you can do whatever you want over there. But here on Niknax, you have a Niknax specific profile. That's kind of what I would love for that to be the case. Um, but unfortunately, we're not there. And I've talked about it before. Like there's a list of priorities for what district is doing, and that's not the one. All right. So I guess we've been having issues with politics being brought up in the chats and in the lives. This seems like it should go without saying, but no politics. No politics, no religion, just like at the Thanksgiving table. We don't talk about those things. Okay? that doesn't go just for the chat, but also for the seller. Let's just not do that. Let's not do that. Turn off the news in the background. Great advice. Keep it off Niknax. It's not something we need to be discussing here. We're here to sell stuff, to buy stuff, and we're not here to discuss politics. So please keep it off Niknax. I believe that's somewhere in our guidelines. Yeah. I shouldn't even have to say that, guys. Come on. Okay. There's been an increase in co-selling, which is fantastic. So keep it up. Let's continue to see co-selling. Co-selling is a great tool. Especially as we're seeing new sellers coming on. I think it's a great way to come alongside new sellers, get them accustomed to selling on Niknax, support them, help them, find their footing here on Niknax. It's an amazing community, and we've grown so big that I think a lot of the OGs here, you guys have been here long enough that like you're OGs. You have your footing here, but I think it's a great opportunity for you to kind of come alongside some of these new sellers and be like, hey, you want to sell together and help those new sellers. So consider that, with the co-selling tool. I think that's really a great opportunity. Oh, or hang out this Thursday is a co-host show. That's fantastic. There you go, co-hosting. Thank you to those who have been shouting out buy it now sellers and multi-day auctions. It helps support all sellers here on the marketplace. Yes, we always appreciate that. And we've been saying that for years now. We've been at this 2 years, and we have been saying it for years. Our live sellers, it seems like you guys are kind of at the forefront. You guys get a lot of the attention. People come here, they click on the live sales, and our live sellers do get a lot of the attention. And it's so important when you're lives, remind the people watching, like, hey, don't forget. Okay, don't forget to go and check out the buy it now listings. We have over 119,000 buy it now listings. You can use that search bar. You might be able to find something you're looking for. Find that perfect Christmas gift. You can say that. You can encourage people to go and check out the buy it now listings. And it does help our buy it now sellers tremendously. Speaking of buy it now, make sure you guys check out the store. I uploaded it with some really cool stuff today, and I'd love for you guys to take a peek. Let's see. A reminder real quick that we do not do giveaways here on Niknax. We've discussed maybe doing the occasional giveaway for like a big event, but we do not have giveaways enabled. I got a bad taste for giveaways on other sites. Not a fan of them. I feel like it attracts the wrong the wrong crowd. And so we don't do giveaways here on Niknax. I feel like it just brings people who are then expecting giveaways, and I actually made a whole reel about it. You guys can find that somewhere. I think it's on the Niknax page. But we don't do giveaways. Yeah, extras in the box. Yeah, I mean we throw stickers in our boxes. That's different. But I mean like giveaways, like hey, we're gonna give this. I don't mean like we don't do giveaways. We don't really want to set this expectation that hey, we're gonna do giveaways. It's too much. And then people like I'm like it was so annoying. People would be like, oh wait, you forgot the giveaway. Oh, you gotta do a giveaway. Oh, where's your giveaway? Oh, that's not good. That's not a good enough giveaway. Like, excuse me, you're getting that for free. You're gonna tell me it's not good enough? Okay. Yes. Let me add. Hang on. I can add coffee, of course. Let's see. Yeah, that always made me laugh. Like, you know what? And then at the end, I just stopped doing them. Like, you know what? I'm just not even gonna do these. All right. I think there we go. That is all we have left. All we have left. Yeah, it's weird to me that you can leave reviews for giveaways. That's still to me like such a weird concept that you can leave. But it makes sense because half the time, like, I guess they don't even get sent out, is what I'm hearing. Is like half the time people are like, we're gonna do this amazing giveaway, and then they like don't even send it out because it's just to get new followers. It's weird. The whole thing's weird to me. I don't get it. I could go there, but I'm not going to. We're not even going to get into that. I already went off on the AI tangent. We're not going to go off on the whatnot tangent, okay? You guys have seen me go there, and we're not going there again. Listen, I even wore my nice Nikes for that one, and it's not happening today, okay? I'm ready for it today, okay? Let's see. So please remember, if you are having technical issues, you need to be contacting support@district.net. Okay, contact support@district.net for any technical issues. I get so many messages about technical issues, and I feel like I'm like holding up your solution because I get so many DMs to begin with, and then I get messages about technical issues and they kind of get like buried and bogged down, and then eventually by the time I see them, it's like, oh well, you could have messaged support@district.net and gotten help, but I didn't get to it fast enough. And so if you go straight to them, support@district.net, they will be able to help you. For instance, like help with payment information, having too many accounts, stuff like that. Sometimes people will open an account in their email and then accidentally open an account in their phone number, and then they have two accounts and they can't figure out why they can't get on their seller account or why all their listings disappeared, and it's because they're on the account they opened with their phone number and not on the one with their email. It's like a whole thing. So if you have any technical issues, please reach out to support@district.net. They will be able to help you. When an auction doesn't there's a whole bunch of issues, you know what I'm saying? But you got to reach out to support, guys, because I am not the person you want to talk to. Even if I could, you wouldn't want to talk to me about technical support. Community@district.net. You can reach out to us about community issues, issues within the community. We may not always respond to you, but we see your messages, and we do send out warnings when there issues arise. We ban people. I had to ban a few people this week. I did follow up on a few messages to different sellers. So when you send your messages to community@district.net, you may not. No, community@niknax.net, the email here. I'm like, wait a second, that's not right. Community@niknax.net. We do receive it, and yeah, we had to ban one. Okay, we had to ban one. No, actually, I banned 3 this week. But I think two of them were just created just to troll. They were just trolling inappropriately through the chat channels. I mean, through the lives, like super inappropriately. And I was like, that's not even, you're not even trying to blend in. Yeah, it wasn't even like somebody who was like a seller or a buyer. It was somebody who created an account to be a troll. Like, it wasn't like they were a member of Niknax. It was like, so that was two of them. And then the third one, they were a member. And I'm sure a lot of you saw that because I got a few messages about it, and you probably know. Oddly enough, they own their own marketplace. So that was odd. I feel bad for anyone who is a member there. And then if you have an event, any questions having to do with an event, you need to reach out to Christina at Niknax.net. Niknax. Oh, what is Niknax? That's a really important question, Gwen. Niknax is my e-commerce marketplace. We have live selling, buy it now listings, and multi-day auctions. Here's the website, actually. Niknax.net. So we have, she was the only member. We have over 50,000 members, over 5,000 sellers, and over 119,000 listings. So we'd love to have you come on over and check it out. Niknax.net. That is what it is. And that goes for anyone who's over there on Facebook or YouTube. We'd love to have you come and join us on Niknax. So reminder, chat channel themes. Please remember that the community chat is for talking about things community related. It is not like selling stuff. So we don't really comment like, oh, here's my upcoming sale. We have live selling. We have live sale previews. We have, a place where you could post your listings. But the community chat is specifically for like getting to know each other, getting to know your community. That is the community chat. So please, when you're using the chat channels, make sure that you are using the appropriate chat channels and you are using them correctly. I know sometimes it can be confusing, and we do have a lot of channels, but not as many as we used to. We used to have like a whole bunch of channels, and we kind of condensed them just a bit. Group chat. That would be really nice, but we don't have that. I've thought about how to make that. I have thought about how to make that a possibility. We don't have an option for that. But let me continue to think about that, because I have thought of how to make that happen. Now I'm thinking about it, and I will think about that though. Now's not the time. So please remember to stay positive and productive when you're in the chat channels, always. If you're having a one-on-one discussion, you can always take it to DM. And the calendar of events. I just so happen to have it open still from last week. Here we are in November. What is today? Today is the 11th. Tomorrow we have the midweek market mini train, and good morning Niknax in the morning. Today is groovy train, as always on Tuesdays. Art hangout is Thursday. The newbie train is this weekend, and then we have a jewelry train coming up this Sunday. I talked about jewelry trains last week, and I'm like, I don't want anyone having jewelry trains. This is a themed jewelry train. It is Autumn Gold Jewelry Train. So it is a themed jewelry train. I'm kind of looking forward to it because it's going to be themed, and I think that's fantastic. That is what we are looking for in jewelry trains, themed jewelry trains. I don't see any problem with that. That being said, I'm still not going to tell any jewelry sellers that they can't have jewelry sales. If somebody pops up and they're having an autumn jewelry train, or I'm sorry, if somebody pops up and they're having an autumn jewelry sale at the same time as the autumn gold jewelry train, I feel like you might have a case there. You might be like, hey, we're having our train and this person is having an autumn jewelry sale. And I'll be like, you know what? You're right. You have a case there. I will step in and say something. But otherwise, I'm not going to be telling our regular jewelry sellers that they can't have a sale, obviously. Also on the 16th, we have the Entertaining for Holidays train, which should be a lot of fun. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. My mom has always been really into entertaining for the holidays. And it was kind of sad when she like downsized to the new house because she was like getting rid of all of her entertaining stuff, like all of her cake plates and all of her, and like her, I don't know, she had all these fancy like paper plates and napkins and all this stuff, and she was like getting rid of it all. And I'm like, oh man. Yeah, she still has some of it, but it was like, I don't know. She was really into entertaining, crazy. So that's what we have coming up. A few fun trains for the weekend, and I love seeing that. And then the weekend after that, obviously, we have our glass gallery collective, which is like this culmination of paperweights, Fenton, and glass, and just all of the things. And I'm so excited for this because it's been a minute since we've had any really big trains on Niknax. Obviously, Christina and I have both been crazy the past month or so. Christina has been in the midst of a move, and it's just been wild. So I'm so excited for this event. It's kind of like us, diving right back into it, and I think it's just going to be amazing. We have a lot of sellers who are excited for it as well, and it's not just our live sellers, but our buy it now sellers as well. And obviously, we will be featuring that on the homepage. So if you are a buy it now seller, be getting your glass listed. We're going to be having pieces featured on the homepage as well, and we usually see those buy it now sales popping off as the event draws closer. So be getting your glass listed is basically what I'm saying to you as a buy it now seller. It's important to be getting that listed. So that said, next big Niknax event is the 22nd through the 24th. Like I just said, and the Meet Your Maker is 4th Friday, November 28th. The title is Holiday Market, and it's not themed. It is artist choice. So there you have it. Those are our notes for the day. See, yay, we made it. We got through it. I know I'm excited for the glass too. I think it's gonna be lots of fun. We did it, yay! We did it. That was a rough start. A little bit of a rough middle, but we made it through, and I'm proud of us. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, absolutely. Blessed Veterans Day to all. You want to start selling? Not necessarily. I mean, if they're advertising it, yes. If they're advertising it, stage fright. They advertise. It depends. I feel I don't know the context of it. I guess that's my problem. I don't really know the context. If it's like they DM you and they're like, hey, I'm just gonna throw this in, like that's one thing, But if it's like they're advertising it, that's different. So it kind of depends. The owl coffee. Which owl coffee mug do you mean? The one that I show in my video. Because funny you ask. I got that one at Mad Hatter Antiques a couple years ago, and it actually broke, and it broke. My last video I posted was the last day that I used that coffee mug, and I was editing the video, and I was so sad. Yeah, it broke in the sink. Like, I think somebody just put something down on top of it, and I've regretted the fact that I put it in the sink after the fact. I'm like, no, I can't believe I did that. But the good news is I went online on a site, and I was able to replace it with a new one by the same artist, who's one of my favorite artists. And I ordered it. This is the best part of the story, though, because I bought it. I'm looking for it right now. I'm on that site. I want to show you guys. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, purchase history. I bought a mug, right? And I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I'm just gonna buy this ZZ mug. And I get it, and it has this cute little note from the seller. It's like, I love your videos. Thank you so much for purchasing from me. I've included this extra gift. Like, just this random listing on this site, and they happened to be a viewer, and I just thought that was awesome. So I did replace it. It's not the same, but the artist is ZZ, one of my favorite artists. So the big bird that's next to my fireplace, the one with the really big long legs, that's ZZ. Oh, actually, this is too. This lamp with the dragons. Oh, the artist is ZZ. D. Oh my gosh. D Z E D Z Y. ZZ. Yeah. I know. I love that work so much. I love his work so much. So that's the story. But I thought that was funny. I know you want me to run it. That's why I've held on to it for so long. Because you and I have like the same taste. I'll fight you for it. The email is support@district.net. I actually have to find that. There's a ball, like a ball that goes on top of it that glows. That's like the whole point of the lamp. It has this like magic ball that goes on the top of it, and when you light it up, it glows. And I can't find it. I think it's at the old shop, but that's why I actually still have it. I can't find the ball. Any more drama with? It's not worth it. I mean, there's always drama there, but it's not worth it. I do my best. I do my best. More tikis? Yeah. I'll be on the lookout when I'm in Florida. I will be on the lookout. If I'm gonna find some, it's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? I know I gotta find. I feel like it's at the old shop. I will find it. I will find it. Does anybody have any Niknax questions? Oh, you know what? Oh, yeah. Well, that's kind of what it looks like. That's exactly what it looks like. But it's like a glass. It's like a glass ball. Like literally like a magic, like, ooh, like a fortune teller. Yes. Oh, absolutely. I'm going to film the whole way there, the whole way back. What I didn't realize is I only gave myself 2 days to get there, so I can't stop, which is kind of disappointing. Oh, that's so fun. A whole tiki room. I love that. Solo scavenger hunt. I am going by myself, and I got invited to stay with friends, and I appreciate the invite very. I'll probably still like meet up with them, hang out for a little bit, but I just kind of need me time. So I'm just doing my thing. And I think I need that. So yeah, I'll probably meet up, but yeah, it's just gonna be me. Now, does anybody have any Niknax questions? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Good luck with your show. When does the sign up come up for the jewelry train? No, the jewelry train is not a Niknax sponsored train, so I don't have an answer for that. If you go to the calendar and you click on the event, it will tell you that Nena for Vintage and the Thrifting Teacher are the conductors for that event. So I would check in with them and see if they haven't already filled it, or if when they're planning on posting the signups, if they haven't already. But that's who it is. Sam, I want to hang out. Yeah, okay, so I'm kind of Antique Fest update. Yeah. So here's where we are with that, is because I'm kind of getting a little frustrated with that, mostly because it all comes back to the map. It's all the map. I think the issue is that the Carlisle Antique um, Fairgrounds, I'm sorry, the Carlisle Fairgrounds is too big. I think that's the issue. And the map is too big for the system, because I tried to upload the file and I got an error message, and then I got a different format for the file. I tried it again, I got an error message. And then I got it into like a PNG file, and I uploaded it, and then everything got really pixelated. And they had their engineers working on it, and they're like, "Oh, well, you can use a PNG," and I'm like, "Like you can't even read the letter and the number of the lot of the like the numbers. Like you can't, like, so you can pick your spot, but you don't know the letter and the number for the spot. Like that makes no sense." Like it makes no sense to even have a map if you can pick the spot, but you don't know what letter and number it is. Like, oh, I got a spot, but I don't, like, it makes no sense. So they're out. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to be away until the 12th. And I'm like, I leave on the 12th and I'm gone for a week. And so I'm like, I don't know. I was telling Christina, I'm like, at this point, I'm kind of like, I'm thinking we do it the old fashioned way. And we're like, here's a map, and you pick your spot, and we're just going to have to be like, well, these are the spots that are available. And then we just start making a list or having a spreadsheet or doing it, the whole reason I got the software was so that we could have it all integrated. And honestly, the software was like $3,000. And I did it for the map. I did it for the mapping. So I'm frustrated. Because I was like, it's called Eventany. I don't know. They're probably gonna get back to me when they get back from vacation, but I'm kind of frustrated right now. Frustrated. Because I feel like I'm stuck, and I need to be moving forward at this point. Like we need to have our vendors signing up at this point in the process, but we're not, and I'm frustrated. I don't know. I don't think I can do separate layouts. I need to figure that out, but everybody's away until I leave for Florida. So, yes, yeah, you can. So once you go through the live onboarding, you can find the live onboarding on under live sales onboarding. So under the chat channels, there's live sale onboarding. You click on that, and you have a link to Sienna's calendar. You can do the onboarding. It's not like you're getting permission to go live, but you're learning which buttons to press and how to go live. And once you are able, like you've figured it all out, you have your live selling turned on, you can go live whenever you want. You can go live. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. It doesn't matter how many items you have listed. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. It doesn't matter if it's the weekend, a weekday. You can go live. There's really no restrictions on that. So you're good to go. Am I going to add? Right now, the categories are just kind of sitting out there. I feel like there might be plans to update how we do categories, and so I feel like it's kind of pointless to be playing with them at this point, in the hopes that there's going to be changes to them, but I don't know how soon that's going to happen. So that's kind of where I'm at, because yeah. You guys know, since the very beginning, the whole tagging and categories, and you guys know I've had to work with what I've had. So when is my next show? My next show is today at 2:45, and I am selling 10 items, including the caterpillar that is literally a cat and a pillar in one. It is Murano. I forget who made it though. I think we figured it out together, didn't we? Yeah, it's the caterpillar. Thomas, I see you there. Yes, Eastern time, 2:45 Eastern. Junk Monkey likes pufferfish. Man, this is actually pretty good. I got this from Wegmans. It's giving me a bit of the shakes because I've already had a whole pot of coffee today, but it's pretty tasty. Does anybody have any more questions about Niknax? You like the vanilla? Oh, is there vanilla? Ooh. Oh, really? Oh, that's fantastic. Anyway, yeah, you know, it's crazy. I've actually approved sellers for plants, but I haven't seen anybody selling plants. So I guess, hey, if you're approved to sell plants, we're waiting for you. We'd love to see you selling plants. Sage said something about maybe trying. Yeah, so I had the Adobe Illustrator version of it, and then I forget what other version I can't remember what other version I had. But I figured the Adobe Illustrator, because I could like adjust the size and it always keeps its like integrity, would be perfect. But it was too big. And then here, I don't even know, maybe I can open it and show you guys. I can open it and show you guys. Let's see, maps. So I gave I got Christina access to it today, and then where's it at? No, I don't even see it. No, that's not right. Edit details, maybe. Oh, here it is. Yeah, let me show you guys. Oh, shoot. Okay, so here's the map. It's obviously a massive space, but then when you zoom in, like it just, you can't really. So you see what I'm saying? Like if you're like a vendor and you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick this space right here. Like what space is that? Whereas, you know, if you had Adobe Illustrator, it should, when you zoom in, keep it so that it just keeps its you can still read what it's putting down, you know what I'm saying? So the footprint of so this is what we're working with. We're gonna keep our show around here, which this is the food court here. We have, let me show you guys. Oh shoot. Where is that? Okay, so we have the food court. We have building T, which is the building that I think it was building T. I'm pretty sure it was building T. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so we have building T, which is the building you saw me in. Building T, that's the one where I was in for Fall Carlisle. And then we have the pavilion over here. So we're going to have the pavilion, and then we're going to come down here. So our footprint is kind of going to be surrounding the food court and building T, and then up and around here. So this is going to be our footprint to start. And if we fill that spot, we're just going to keep expanding. And then I think as far as parking goes, I was going to do parking up here near the gate, or up here in this area. I haven't decided yet. So that's kind of, but this would be the main entrance here. So we would have one entrance. It would be here. So I was thinking you could come in here. We'd have parking here or parking over on this side. And then down here is the other gate. This is the other gate, gate 2. And then I was thinking over down in here is where we could have the flea market on Sunday, because this is where we could have the flea market vendors come in on Sunday, because there's a separate gate. So they could come in and they could set up here, and then we would have a flea market style thing. You know what I'm saying? That way it's a completely separate gate where they're coming in. So if you guys didn't understand the scope of what we're looking at, this is it. And so each of these spots is 10 by 30 feet. So there's 10 feet of frontage and then 30 down. It's either 10 by 30 or 10 by 20, I I'm pretty sure. Some might be 10 by 30, some might be 10 by 20. All right. So that's what we're looking at. Oh, and then I was thinking, I forgot to mention, I was thinking of putting in 2 giant tents. And I think I might put the tents here, along here. I told you guys about the 2 giant tents. And I think I might do them along here. So then you have the food court, and then we might have them here. I was thinking either here or here in front of the food court. But I noticed that this here is not flat. So I don't think that we could do it here. But I think maybe right here we could do the tents and then have the booths in there. So that's that. So that kind of gives you guys an idea. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're working with. Oh, there are bathrooms. There are showers. There's like a bathhouse. If you're camping there, they do have a bathhouse somewhere. I don't know where, but they do have a bathhouse if you're camping. Mechanicsburg. Yes, Mechanicsburg. I would definitely suggest Mechanicsburg. There are nice hotels in Carlisle, but please, there are not so nice hotels in Carlisle. So if you get a hotel in Carlisle, please look at the reviews. It's very important. That's the thing, is I don't have applications out yet because I can't get this map to work. When you zoom in, you can't see the plot numbers. And so that's the issue. Yes, Chambersburg would be good too. That's right. Chambersburg would also be good. Bathhouse is something. Yeah, so there are shower houses for anyone who wants to camp. And if you're a vendor, you can camp. If you're the visitor, you obviously can't. But if you're a vendor and you're setting up, if you want to camp, I would suggest getting one site for your setup and then the site next to it to camp on. Okay, so that's kind of how you're gonna have to do that. And you would want, I would assume you would want a place with electric hookup. So some sites would be electric. They do their map in sections. Yeah, maybe. But even then, I don't have it. I don't have it chopped down. Are we going to be renting? Yes. So there will be a, I think you can rent through the fairgrounds. You can rent through I'm pretty sure that's where you rent them through, but I will have a contact where you can rent tables and tents and stuff that you would need, chairs, that sort of thing. If you don't bring them with you, you can rent them. Yeah. So that would be available, rentals for that stuff. All right. So, and then I had somebody asking about like golf carts. So when Christina and I were in Mount Dora the last time, I don't know if I told anyone this story, but we were pulling in, and then there was this older couple who were walking, and this woman was like struggling, like she could barely walk, and they had to be in their 70s, and like he was trying to support her, and they looked like they were just, and like everybody was just walking by, you know, and it was like, and I'm like, Christina, should we stop and give them, like, I felt so bad. And so we stopped and I was like, do you guys need a ride? And we gave them a ride, and they were like they were all the way down at the it was so hot, and they were just like, and they were so cute. They were so cute. They had British accents, and it was just the cutest thing. They got in the car and they like started talking, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. Anyway, we get them down to their car. They were so far from their car, like I don't even think they could have made it. But I said to Christina, I was like, if we do an event, like, this was before we had like locked in, you know, but I was like, if we do an event, we need to have some sort of like golf carts or like some sort of taxi service, valet, to make sure that like this never happens, because it was kind of a little bit like, I don't think they would have made a shuttle. Yeah, a shuttle. So if you do need like some sort of assistance, you could call somebody and you could get like a ride. And so we are going to have that available. Yeah, Crystal volunteered. Yeah, because that's really important. After having experienced that, I mean, if that was my parents, you know, I would hope that somebody would have done the same thing, you know. And so we're going to definitely have a golf cart or something for that. Yeah, and we have a golf cart as well. I just have to get new batteries for it. So, you know, maybe we could all just load up the golf carts, you know. Oh, yes, it would be free. It would absolutely be free. Yeah, totally free. It would just be an extra service, like included. Of course, it would be free. So, yeah. I'll drive. Stacy says. Maybe we'll get Ashton and Juliet. They're pros. I'm just kidding. You don't want them driving, trust me. I've seen them drive the golf cart around the property, and you definitely don't want them driving. Oh shoot! Like Ashton, you're free this weekend, right? We'll just get you on a golf cart, Laurel. Oh my gosh, I'll bring a 4-wheeler. Oh, that cracks me up. Yeah, we'll put Niknax branding all over the golf carts. Yeah, some magnets. Oh shoot. Yeah, there you go. There you go. We should probably actually make like a chat channel for this. I feel like we should probably make a chat channel so that everybody can like coordinate if you're going, if you want to meet up and hang out and do that. I could see if I could do that. I don't have as much control over chat channels as I used to. I don't even know if I can make one, to be honest. I can try. Oh wait, maybe I could do this. Oh, I do have an extra one. I can't create chat channels like I used to, but if you guys have seen the hidden ones when I show you my screen, I can update that and I can make it a new chat channel. Oh wait, no, I can't. Can I? Wait a second. Oh, I do have power. Okay, here. Carlisle Antique Fest. All right, I'm going to add it under Carlisle. Do I know how to spell Carlisle? Carlisle Antique Fest. Who can view this channel? Everyone? Who can send messages? Members. Okay, I'm going to put it under community events. Save. Okay, there we go. Now it's under community events if anyone wants to chit chat in there. Alrighty. So I think on that note, I'm going to pop off of here. I have my meeting with district coming up. But I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I will I will be back on at 2:45 to have my sale. I'm selling 10 items, and it'll be my last sale before I leave. The girls talked about possibly going on and doing a sale while I'm away during that time period. They'll schedule it if they do. But yeah, I guess I will see you guys later today, maybe. But have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. So, let's see who we can raid. Who's live right now? Ooh, lots of friends live. You know what? How about we go to Don Burgers, Old and New? We haven't raided over there before. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Ready? Here we go.